Hey guys, it's Lefforge. Merry Christmas and welcome to my channel. Is it a little too early for Christmas? Probably, but what it's not too early for is to start planning your visit to Disney World for the holiday season. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about today is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Now, if you watched my other video on the Christmas party, and I will put a link to that right here, you know that I love the Christmas party. I have attended it with my family 4 times. I have attended it with friends once. I love this event. I love the holiday spirit. I love the snow on Main Street. I love the shows. I love the treats. I love everything about it. Now, I did just attend the Halloween party, in fact, twice in the last couple of months. And a lot of you told me that I would probably like the Halloween party more, but guess what? I didn't. I loved the Halloween party for its own reasons, of course, but still the Christmas party is my favorite. So I'm not gonna go into all the reasons why I think you should go to the Christmas party, because I already did a video on that. But what I wanna talk about today is what I think you need to do to plan for your visit to Walt Disney World for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So I'm super glad that you're here. Oh, and if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell notification so that you don't miss a thing. Okay, so first of all, the particulars. The party this year, the very first one, will happen on November 8th. So as I'm filming this, we're just about a week away from the very first party. The prices for the party are a little bit more than the Halloween party, and they get more expensive as we get towards Christmas. So they run from November 8th to December 21st. Make sure you check the Walt Disney World website because it does not happen every day of the week. There's many dates that there will not be a party. So you wanna make sure you check that out. And it starts at $99 for adults and $94 for children for the early parties. And then it kind of ramps up later in November. You're talking $109 for adults and $104 for children. And then as we get into December, it goes all the way up to $125 per adult and $120 per child. So yes, sticker shock. That is a big amount. Now, the good news is you do not have to have park admission to get in for the party. They should let you in at 4 o'clock. I have not heard yet if they're allowing annual pass holders and DVC members to get in at 2 p.m. as they did for the Halloween party. I'm assuming that they will do that. So if you're DVC or annual pass, you can get in at 2, which is a little silly because if you have an annual pass, you can go in whenever you want, but I digress. And then everyone else can get into the park at 4 o'clock. So you do not need park admission to get in for the party. The party lasts until midnight. There will be a variety of different celebrations going on. So my number one tip is have a plan. When Coral and I were at the Halloween party, as we were walking around and enjoying everything, and I'll put the link right here so you can go check that out because we had a great time. Now, one thing we noticed, and this can happen to anybody at Disney World, but I really saw it happen more during the special event hard-ticketed party. There were a lot of families disagreeing and even arguing about what they should be doing with their time. And I think the pitfall there is that you don't walk in with a plan. It seems like you have all the time in the world, but the reality is these parties are not that long. And there are only a few things that are scheduled, and they're only gonna happen once or twice throughout the night. And you need to have a conversation with everyone in your travel party, hopefully by that time, looking at the schedule and saying, what are the important things for you? So I have it pulled up, excuse if the light's gonna change for just a second, because I have it pulled up on the website, and you can go to disneyworld.com, and I'm sure all of the vloggers that are more detail-oriented than I am will have schedules up anytime now. As soon as someone that I follow has that, I'll put it in the link below. But the entertainment that you're gonna have this year are Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, which just talks about the party. Christmas fun awaits as Mickey invites his pals over for an unforgettable party. So that kind of sets the scene. You have a Frozen Holiday Wish, which is where Elsa and Anna light up the castle. To me, this is not to be missed. This is absolutely beautiful. This is not specific to the party. They will start doing this on a regular basis, probably around the same time the party starts, but it's just gorgeous to watch the castle get all lit up in all of its holiday splendor. Once Upon a Christmas Time parade. Once upon a Christmas time at Christmas. Sorry, I will save that. It's not quite as big of an earworm as the Boo to You parade, but it's close. So, and those lyrics, Once Upon a Christmas Time at Christmas, that parade is my favorite. And I just have 2 words for why: toy soldiers. If you watch my other video, you know, ever since I was a very little girl and I saw it on the Disney Christmas special, I am obsessed with the toy soldiers. No words, I just adore them. So the Once Upon a Christmas Time parade, and you can see this parade during the day. I think they start doing it during the day, like as we get closer to Christmas. I'm not sure exactly what date, but the Christmas party is the only time you can see it at night. And I think this is one of those parades that literally just sparkles at night. So definitely, this is one of the top 3 reasons why I think this event is absolutely spectacular. Also, Holiday Wishes, which will blow your socks off. Holiday Wishes is my favorite fireworks show. The Halloween Wishes was fantastic. Holiday Wishes, though, come on now. Sorry, you guys keep hearing, you know what? There is a way to turn off the sound on your Mac. Good job, Jen. Look at you, harnessing the power of technology. Another thing they'll have going on is a Totally Tomorrowland Christmas. I saw this show last year. It's very cute. Is it not to be missed? Not really. I mean, it's very cute. And if you have little ones, they'll probably really enjoy it. But in my opinion, it can be skipped. And then Club Tinsel, which is where they have the dance party, and that is at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. So that is your roundup of entertainment for the evening. They will also have the fireworks dessert party going on. It looks like they have a special party this year, Tony's Most Merriest Town Square Party. Delight in a package that includes specialty sips, light bites, and irresistible sweets at Tony's Town Square, plus reserved viewing for the parade. They're also doing the Plaza Garden special viewing. For our family, if I've already paid $100 to get into this party, I am not paying more for a dessert party. I just think, honestly, that's a little bit ridiculous. And also, in my opinion, it will eat into time that you're gonna want to be doing other things. So I would honestly not do any of the other things that cost extra money, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's the basics of what's happening with the party. The other thing they will have, and they have not announced this yet to my knowledge, is the food treats that will be all around. Again, I'm sure that will be available shortly. So they'll be, last year they had snowman pretzels, which were really good. They had snow cones, which were really good. And of course, cookies, hot chocolate, and apple cider pretty much all over the place. So there'll definitely be awesome treat locations for that as well. They will also have the special character meet and greets. So you'll have, you know, Jack and Sally dressed up for Christmas, and the dwarves will be dressed up for Christmas. As I have discussed before, I'm not one to wait in line for those special character meet and greets because I want to spend my time doing other things. But if those things are important to you, make sure you get in line early. What a lot of people will do is they'll get in at 4 o'clock and they'll start queuing up for those character meet and greets before the party even starts, so that when those special character meet and greets start, they can get their photo taken and they can get on with the rest of their evening. So that's a strategy you may want to consider if those things are important to you. So number 1, make a plan. Sit down, look at the schedule, go over the website and say, what's most important to us? Is the parade most important? Are the fireworks most important? Is the castle lighting most important? And then you're gonna have to make some hard choices and prioritize. Now, number 2 thing I want you to consider is your strategy throughout the evening. So number 1, I now know what my priorities are. Now number 2 is kind of what's gonna be my strategy when I get into the park. If you walk in and you're gonna be overwhelmed. There's snow on Main Street, there's Christmas music everywhere, the cast members are dressed up. It is so magical, you guys. But if you just sort of wander around, you're gonna spend a lot of time wandering around. What my suggestion would be, if my family were doing the Christmas party this year, which I so wish we were, but we aren't, so you guys are gonna have to bring back your memories for me. When you enter the park, which I hope will be close to 4 p.m., from 4 p.m. until whatever parade you're going to watch, that is your time to kind of you have some choices. I would definitely make sure you saw the castle lighting, and that happens frequently throughout the evening, so that's pretty easy to see. If you want to ride rides, this is the best time. Actually, the best time to ride rides is going to be during that first parade. I definitely recommend the second parade over the first parade, not only because the second parade will be far less crowded, but because that gives you the opportunity to ride rides if that's what you're interested in, perhaps do those character meet and greets, the other things you may want to do during that first parade. This parade, I feel like, really does need to be seen from Main Street USA. So although other parades, I've seen this parade from other locations throughout the park, but for me personally, when I see those, have I mentioned how much I love the toy soldiers? When I see those toy soldiers come down the street, it needs to be Main Street USA. Every time, tears, buckets. Absolutely love it. But the second parade is going to be much less crowded, and you're not gonna have to stake out a spot quite as early if you wanna be right on Main Street. So definitely recommend that. Now, the thing about the parades, and I cannot emphasize this enough, and then there's something else important we need to talk about after this. There's so much to talk about, you guys. You can't just show up. Don't just show up, have a plan. Okay, the thing about the parade, once the first parade starts, you are going to be trapped wherever it is you are in the park. So if you are Frontierland, Adventureland, and that is where you want to stay during the first parade, because maybe your kids really want to ride Big Thunder and Splash, and you could do Pirates if you're over on that side, stay over there. If you want to be Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, which is honestly probably what I would suggest, because then you can do Space, there's just a lot more attractions over there that you could bang out if you were interested. Space Mountain and all of that, which, oh, by the way, Disney is hinting that there will be one reimagined ride with holiday spirit. No idea what that's going to be yet, so that will be exciting to find out. If I know before this goes live, I'll make sure I put it in the notes below. Just stay in one of those two places. Now, let me tell you what will happen if you don't. And this happened to my son and I when we went to the Halloween party. The parade will block off all kinds of walkways, and as soon as the parade is over, there will be this mass exodus of people trying to get where they want to go, and you will be stuck. You will be walking like this. It will be miserable. You do not want that to happen to you. So from about 15 minutes before the first parade to about 30 minutes after the first parade, just pick where you're gonna be and stay there. You will waste, I think we wasted probably a solid 30 minutes trying to just traverse the park right after the first parade. Huge, huge, huge rookie mistake. I know better. I don't know what I was thinking. But just, if you're not gonna watch the first parade, pick a spot and stay there until the crowds from the first parade have kind of dispersed. What I would do if our family were going, did I mention that we're not? If our family were going, I would hang out in Tomorrowland during the first parade. I would probably, if my kids wanted to do the dance party, I would do that. If we hadn't eaten dinner yet, I would pick up a burger at Starlight Cafe. Normally that's not my favorite place to eat, but on party nights, it's actually a good place because you do need to get some food in you more than just the snacks and cookies, especially if you have little ones. So this might be a good opportunity to grab some food. Ride Space Mountain, ride Buzz Lightyear, ride the People Mover, which is actually really fun during the parade because you can see little peeks of the parade as you're going around. I already said the dance party. Oh, if you wanted to, this is a good time to see that Totally Tomorrowland Christmas show. Stick over there. Then, first parade is over. Not long after the first parade is over, we've got holiday wishes. So, make your way over. My favorite spot now to watch special event fireworks is from the bridge between Tomorrowland and Main Street, and here's why. You're not gonna get stuck in all of that traffic of everybody readjusting themselves from the parade to the fireworks. Coral and I were able to just walk up to that bridge. So if you're facing the castle, here's the bridge, here's Tomorrowland, right? So it's this bridge right here. We had a fantastic view and we could see everything. We could see the projection, we could see all of the fireworks. So I would hang out with my family in Tomorrowland during the first parade, do all of that. Then I would scooch over to the bridge. I would watch the fireworks. Then I would sort of make my way over to the hub if I wanted to watch the Castle Forefront show. So the Anna and Elsa and all of that. And then I would watch the second parade. So at that point in the evening, our like writing and all of that is kind of going to come to an end, because we're going to dedicate from the fireworks through the second parade to shows and being in the Main Street Castle Forefront area. And I think you'll find you'll have a lot less. I don't actually mind there being crowds when I'm watching the show. The crowds that make me like have serious anxiety are the mass of people when a show or a parade is over, trying to reposition to different parts, either to exit the park or to get over to a different land or whatever the case may be. So if you do that strategy, so you're gonna ride rides, and then before the first parade starts, you're gonna pick a location. Like I said, for us, that would be Tomorrowland. You're gonna ride rides and maybe do shows and maybe grab a bite to eat during the first parade. Then you're gonna scooch your way over to that bridge between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland to watch the fireworks. And then you're gonna watch, they'll probably have another Castle Forefront show, so you're standing right there so you can watch that. And then you're gonna scoot over to Main Street and pick out your spot for the second parade. Okay, that was way more specific than I meant to be, but for those of you that love to actually have a plan, I think that will be really helpful. What I would say about the any of the special parties, as the evening goes on, the crowds will disperse. So just keep that in mind. If you have little ones, and I say this in the other video, that really can't stay awake until say 9, like 9 o'clock, they're kind of falling apart. I do not think you should be spending, $94 to $120 on a ticket for them. I think that this event is better saved for when your kids are old enough to really enjoy the whole event, because before midnight is when things really start, in my mind, to feel like a little less congested, a little less crowded. And that brings me to my point number 3. Do not go to any of the special, please hear me say this, do not go to any of the special ticketed events at Walt Disney World, except for maybe that one where it's so limited and it's really expensive and Magic Kingdom is open only to you. I can't even remember what it's called right now. But any of like Christmas party, Halloween party, do not go expecting there to be low crowds and to kind of have the park to yourself. That is not the case. Even in a party that is not sold out, that is not the case. I've been at the Christmas party when it's been sold out. I've been there when it wasn't sold out. There's a lot of people. Now, there may not be a lot of people everywhere all the time. Like you could easily be over, riding Splash Mountain or Big Thunder and there's no wait at all. But where the events are happening, the fireworks, the dance parties, the parade, it is going to be very congested. So what I would hate is for whoever the most frugal person in your party is to show up thinking that they've paid all this money and they're gonna have the park to themselves, and instead they find themselves squashed in like sardines waiting for, the Castle Forefront show or for fireworks or parade or whatever. Expectations are key here. You're paying all that money because you are getting special entertainment, you are getting special character meet and greets, you are getting special food offerings, and most of those are complimentary, by the way. The pretzels and the snow cones and the cookies and the hot chocolate, all of that is included. It's not free, as my husband always says, it's included. But it will be busy. For me, I like that about the Christmas party, and I like that about the Halloween party. There's an energy to it, right? Everybody's there to have a good time. Everybody's dressed up in red and green and holiday finery. And so there's something about that I love, but don't do it if you're doing it because you think you're gonna have a less crowded Magic Kingdom, because that's just simply not the case. And I wanna make sure nobody gets in there and then has one member of their party grousing the whole time. I can't believe we paid $500 for this party and we're having to wait in line 15 minutes to get a cookie. That's just not a fun way to enjoy an evening to me. So I always say this, I feel like, but set appropriate expectations walking into the Christmas party. All right, now this is my final tip about the Christmas party. For those of you that are seeing the Christmas party as a part of a longer week at Walt Disney World, please, please, please do not schedule anything for early morning the next day. I really want you to enjoy the entire party. I don't want you to feel rushed. I honestly recommend not even trying to get out of the parks until like 12:15, even 12:30 because of the rush of people that will be leaving. I mean, if you're gonna be waiting, wouldn't you rather be waiting looking at the castle than, you know, standing in line to get on a bus? So take your time leaving the park. Sleep in the next morning. To me, that would be a great morning to schedule brunch somewhere. Really enjoy kind of that glow you're gonna have from being at the party and having what I hope is a magical holiday Christmas time with your family. I hope this helped. Are you going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party this year? Have you thought about going? And does this make you wanna go more or maybe you wanna go less? All about expectations, it's all about magic, and it's all about the spirit of Christmas. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.